After Street Fighter II came and revolutionized fighting games, publishers everywhere saw just one thing.
In an attempt to jump on the cash cow, fighting games were everywhere. Some good, most bad. These are the worst of the worst, the most awful, the fighting games that made you feel just dirty after playing them.
There's so many crappy fighting games, chances are your list is a little different. So you don't need to be an ass if yours isn't on the list.
And besides, we're right anyways. Hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
And I'm Handsome Tom.
For Screwattack's Top 10 Worst Fighting Games Ever.
Number 10.
We'll give it this. Its sound was good.
Luke Skywalker versus Arden Lin.
But as good as the game sounded, it played just as bad. No. Worse.
Man, the controls were awful. I don't even know how to say the title of the game, but I definitely understand how it was put into production. It's a cool concept, but a crappy game. There's a reason why you've never heard of this Star Wars title. It was put into Carbonite. Forever.
This game does not even stay true to the physics of Star Wars. When you get hit with a lightsaber, your arm is supposed to fly off. Travesty!
Number 9.
Another game that sounds cool but just isn't. They were going for Marvel superheroes but came out with a Superman mullet. Justice League Task Force is just a disaster.
The big draw on this one? Well, besides being able to play with spare comic book characters like Green Arrow and Aquaman, you could actually fight against the same character you were already using? Wow! Like Batman.
Trademark.
Versus Batman.
Trademarked.
Yeah. Released in 95, Justice League Task Force was about 3 years behind the ball.
Number 8.
Oh man, if you want a blatant ripoff, look no further. Kasumi Ninja for the Jaguar attempted to have everything Mortal Kombat had. Digitized graphics, blood, even the storylines were pretty much the same. But the one big difference about Kasumi Ninja? It all sucked balls.
I mean, come on, gamers aren't stupid, they can spot a knockoff from a mile away. Besides, you put a game on a go-nowhere system like the Jaguar, and you see how many best-of lists it will make. Even if the game was good, the craptastic Jaguar controller didn't help the cause.
The only positive thing about Kasumi Ninja? This dude. The red-headed Scottishman actually shoots fire out of his crotch.
You're a wee man.
If this game didn't have pelvic flames, it would have been a lot higher.
7.
Primal Rage Arcade was actually not that bad. It was hard to play, but it still had some cool elements to it. But when you port the game to the SNES and Genesis, you've got some problems.
Gone are all the things that made Primal Rage worth spending a quarter on at the arcades. No eating people, the controls were even worse, and would you believe they actually took out some of the special moves? I mean, come on.
But we do like the exploding hearts. That's the only cool thing about this game.
Number 6.
When I was just a teeny tiny Stuttering Craig at the arcades, I actually thought this was a good game. I was a stupid child. Pit Fighter, like most games that try to be innovative, lacked in a lot of other areas.
You can choose from 3 different shirtless characters: Kato, Ty, and Buzz, whose only goal is to destroy and then get on a forklift and cash in. Awesome. It tried digitized graphics, but the majority of the time, you didn't know who was fighting who or where you were, or if you were getting hit. It was just a big cluster.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but you, Handsome Tom, were actually the cover art guy for Pit Fighter.
I'm that Studley.
5.
Like I said in the Tick Video Game Vault, I don't know if Fox Interactive has ever made a good Simpsons game. Simpsons Wrestling had so much potential, it had great voiceover and some comedy from the show, but all the potential in the world doesn't guarantee anything.
I'm gonna take you to the cleaners and dry clean your brain.
It pretty much came down to a 3-button masher. The mild success of this game was only due to the fact that it had the words The Simpsons slapped on it. Like all Simpsons games, with the exception of the arcade game, a major disappointment.
Some may call this an unfair generalization.
Number 4.
As we mentioned earlier, Street Fighter II revolutionized fighting games. That can't be debated. Unfortunately, Capcom saw the success of Street Fighter II and its spin-offs, and then just vomited all over the series in the form of 2 games. Street Fighter the movie The Game, and Street Fighter EX3.
There are 2 rules about Street Fighter that were enforced after these games were released. Number 1, Street Fighter should never use digitized characters. And number 2, Street Fighter should never, ever be in 3D.
Laughably bad, we had no choice but to put them both on the list. What a shame.
Number 3.
Man, not this again. 3D balls. When I did a video game vault on this game, I mentioned it made little kids cry. Upon further review, I was wrong. It makes grown men weep like babies.
Trying to go to 3D was a noble attempt, but like most bad fighting games, the controls were just bad. The kicker though? The music. It's like a bad porno soundtrack. This game is the equivalent of giving your console a dirty Sanchez.
Gross.
Number 2.
Ultraman was a huge hit over in Japan, so naturally, what are they going to do? Bring it to America so little kids can beg their parents for it. But unlike another Japanese import, the Power Rangers, no one wanted to go near Ultraman.
You know, I've ripped into Ultraman before, and I got people who laid into me telling me I didn't know what I was talking about. But hey, I call it like I see it. I said it then, and I'll say it now. Ultraman Ultra sucked.
Everything about Ultraman licked my ass. The graphics, the controls, the gameplay. It all sucked. This game was a waste of your US dollar.
Alright, let's do the recap before we get to number 1. Number 10, that Star Wars game nobody can pronounce.
Number 9, Justice League Task Force.
Number 8, Kasumi Ninja.
Number 7, Primal Rage.
Number 6, Pit Fighter.
Number 5, Simpsons Wrestling.
Number 4, it's a tie. Street Fighter the movie, the game, and Street Fighter EX3.
Number 3, 3D Balls.
Number 2, Ultra Suck.
Man.
It's number 1.
As Shaq's career comes to an end, he can look back on all the mistakes he's made. And number 1 would be his first and final attempt at a fighting game, Shaq Fu. And number 2 would be his rap career.
Usually the star of a game is supposed to be the most kick-ass guy ever, or at least be able to win a round or 2. But Shaq is a huge pussy.
Alright, now get this. If you bought Shaq Fu for the Genesis, you were also given a single from Shaq's oh-so-successful rap career. It was like making out with an ugly chick and then getting mouth herpes.
What? Everything about this game reeks of poo. Smelly, smelly poo. There's even a website dedicated to taking your copy of Shaq Fu and destroying it. Forever.
Try to stop me. I got skills like Mr. Miyagi.